Oh my golly. Wow. What a crazy day. What a crazy day. I've gone to CNN and the only thing on the cover today is the death of George H.W. Bush.
Why haven't the networks made a TV movie of the week about how the Bush family made their family fortune? The movie could be called The Awful Truth.
How much do we really know about their personal backgrounds and their family histories? For instance, did you know that Prescott Bush, the grandfather of George W. Bush, ran a bank and other Manhattan-based organizations that were actually front companies for the Nazis?
So many wonderful Bush's stories there at today. But they forgot to include what wealth is made of. How did a middle-class railroad family rise just a couple generations later to have a couple of presidents and many other people in the family within such high power?
Yeah, it's an interesting question.
Stay tuned. We're going to find out.
One of the problems, not specifically on this issue, just in general, let's put it this way: money trumps peace sometimes.
The hearings of the McCormick-Dickstein Committee of November 1934 show that Prescott Bush and the DuPont family, the Remington family, and J.P. Morgan tried to overthrow the U.S. government, assassinate FDR, and put a Hitler-style fascist state in place.
In other words, commercial interests are very powerful interests throughout the world. Let's put it this way: money trumps peace sometimes.
Okay, so after searching the interweb for not very long, I found this document from Fox News, another most trusted name in poos, if you ask me. This is from January of 2015, but this was one of the only mainstream media documents that I could find on this. It says, Bush's grandfather directed bank tied to man who funded Hitler. So I decided to dig a little bit deeper into this, and basically Prescott Bush, who went on to become a politician who produced 2 U.S. presidents, among other politicians. He was one of 7 shareholders of Union Bank, which in October of 1942 was shut down by the United States government due to the Trading with the Enemy Act, because they were sending things like gold, coal, U.S. bonds, and other things directly to Hitler. Okay, so my heart is beating, just pounding. So this is crazy. And then at the very bottom of this document, it says, the new documents were first reported by freelance writer John Buchanan.
I became the first journalist in U.S. history to go to the U.S. National Archives and the Library of Congress and pore over the thousands of pages of documents in both places to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt or any refutation of the facts that Prescott Bush, the grandfather of George W. Bush, and George Herbert Walker, his maternal great-grandfather for whom his daddy is named, were Nazi traitors to the country who should have been tried for treason.
By freelance writer John Buchanan in the New Hampshire Gazette. So, guess what, guys? I have found that New Hampshire Gazette article for you as well. And let me tell you, it's like, this is big freaking news.
That the Bush family has had a single goal for 100 years, which is to become the most powerful family on the planet and to rule the world.
In Bush's steel manufacturing plant at the Auschwitz concentration camp.
This is a criminal regime. They not only emulate Hitler, but its genesis comes from Hitler.
This is the foundation of, like, freaking, how many years were these people president? At least 12, a little bit more. So come on, let's keep on digging. Come on, guys, stay focused. Let's get through this. Let's get through this. Give a thumbs up for the New Hampshire Gazette in 2003 told the world that declassified U.S. government documents reveal that Prescott Bush funded and profited from Nazi Germany. And this shiznit was so bad that after the war ended, 18 affiliated companies were also seized by the U.S. government. 18 more companies after the war ended. So this stuff was going on and on and on. If 18 were seized, how many more went on and on unscathed to continue to build profits from? 18 after the war ended. This is crazy. It's treason. And crazy enough, no one has ever been punished. The only thing that's happened was the companies were seized, but none of the board members, directors, no punishments. So Prescott Bush was a director at Union Bank, which was seized by the U.S. government in 1942 for trading with the enemy. And then
in 1951, when Fritz Thyssen died in Argentina, Union Banking Corporation was liquidated by the U.S. government, and Prescott Bush received $1.5 million for his holdings in his Nazi business, and that was the beginning of the Bush family fortune for all intents and purposes.
And today, where is the media coverage with the connection between the Nazis and the Bushes?
Don't you guys reckon this is kind of interesting? Hit the like button if so. Giving likes helps the truth spread.
And I find it disturbing that I found no mention in the media about George W. Bush's partnership with Salem bin Laden in the early 1970s with his Arbosto Energy Company. Yep, you heard me right.
Bush becomes partners with Osama bin Laden's older brother, Salem bin Laden, in a Texas oil company called Arbusto Energy.
And I find it disturbing that George H.W. Bush, the head of the CIA at the time, put the drug kingpin Noriega on the CIA's payroll, bringing tons and tons and tons of drugs into our country. A great movie on that, by the way, is American Made with Tom Cruise. Check it out. It's crazy. I find this highly disturbing that upon his exiting out of our world, there's not hardly a peep about the drugs that he helped flood our streets with.
Go watch the movie, you'll like it, I promise, and then come back and thank me with a big fat donation. PayPal.me/you for true. Thank you. Okay, now back to the story.
And it's frustrating and crazy and annoying that Neil Bush costs taxpayers $1.3 billion when he stole from the elderly. He stole from the elderly in his Silverado scandal. Yeah, that's pretty disturbing, to say the very least. And also certainly something that did come from George H.W. Bush, so something that is appropriate to touch on in today's venting session, presentation, Cove ceremony, because I love you, contemplated love, Cove you, so much that I am going to bring you guys this. I've been working on this for 20 straight hours and we're almost done, so let's push through and let's blow your minds a couple more times.
George W.'s great-grandfather, Samuel P. Bush, whose Buckeye Steel Castings Company supplies parts for Edward Harriman's railroads, who in turn provides rail shipments for John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil, who in turn gets monopoly financing from the Rothschilds.
And seeing how the Bush family came from steel, it's sickening to learn that Prescott Bush managed slave labor steel camps in Poland. And it's also pretty well assumed that he might have been doing some stuff at Auschwitz as well. So some pretty crazy stuff here, peeps. And a real solid look at why this system is coming to an immediate end right now.
Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. I know. I mean, this 10 minutes went by really fast, but I will be back soon. Subscribe, like, comment, spread the word. Go to Site School if you want some more information, and please consider donating at paypal.me/U4True and patreon.com/U4True. Only 5 characters there. U4TRU. Because the truth will set us free. But first we gotta stop running from it.
You're the reason I'm feeling so good. Don't I know you from somewhere? You're wonderful. Can't help but stare. Wanna explore learning you. This instinctive got me feeling a case of that deja vu. Don't I know you from somewhere? You're wonderful. Can't help but stare. Wanna explore learning you. It's instinctive, got me feeling a case of that deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. A glimpse of heaven when you caught my